being motivated all the time is just a lie. No one's motivated all the time. And then people say, oh, you just have to be disciplined, man. But that's sort of a lie, too. You just have to be emotionless with certain things. If you actually want to, get anything done, fucking anything done in life, you have to just put your emotions to the side and do the rational thing. Do the thing that you said you would do from the start of the day. It could be as simple as from the start of the day, you just wanted to work your entire shift. And then your boss comes up to you midway through the day because it's kind of slow. Asks you if you want to go home. And then you just say, yeah, okay. And then you go home. You broke your promise to yourself. And now, because you did that, because you wanted the instant gratification of just going home early and, doing nothing, now you're going to have to work harder and work more to get that time back. Well, you can't get any time back at all. So just ignore your emotions and just get things done. That's how you actually win. That's how you actually push the needle. Just get things done. You think too much. You think too much on just everything you're trying to do. Just start. Just start doing it. You're so distracted with nothingness all the time. With food, with just, consuming social media that doesn't serve you, with everything. You're just distracted. You don't know who you are. You don't even know what you want. But you want this, sort of just magical motivation that's never going to come. Ever. You just have to become a person that does it. That gets it done no matter what. That's the only way to actually succeed. And it's actually as simple as that too. If you want a better body, you just have to do the things required to get there. And all the information is out there already. But you just have to keep yourself accountable. And if you can't, you need somebody else to keep you accountable. Some sort of coach or mentor or father figure, older brother, whatever it is. You may need that at this point in time right now. And that's okay. But they're not going to be around forever. So at a certain point, you have to be somebody who becomes accountable. Because your future family is dependent on it. Family right now is dependent on it. If you're a young man, you have everything that you need right now in order to get ahead, to push the needle, to make a bunch of money, to actually help them out financially. But that's only if you obliterate all of the distractions in your path. You actually start to push the needle. That's all it really takes. It's not being so emotional about everything and thinking that you need to feel a certain way, or be happy, or be giddy, or have a laugh. I'm telling you right now, you don't need any of that shit. Not at all. What you need right now is just self-accountability. That's all. That's all it's gonna take for you to actually get there. That's it. Just self-accountability and just putting in the actual actions to to make it happen. And then day by day, your progress will eventually turn into years of just being consistent, because you just become somebody that can. You become somebody that's actually capable. And it could be a long process to undo all of your bad habits, but you gotta do it little by little. You gotta do it at some point. Otherwise, you'll never end up doing it. I'm telling you right now. If you're in your late 20s, 50 years old is right around the corner. If you're not careful enough. So, if you don't rip these bandages off now, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get harder in order to try and get ahead. If you try and get ahead later on instead of now is the time to do it. Now has always been the time to do it. But you have to really reflect and go to yourself, go deep into yourself and say, hey, what am I doing wrong here? What is wrong with me in general? You know, I'm a certain age and I don't have a lot of money, or I don't get women, or, you know, I don't have my dream physique. Why though? When it's never been easier to do so. But we've never been more distracted than we are now. And it is the only gap. So once you're able to eliminate all the fucking distractions that have been keeping you, where you are, which is not where you want to be. Don't lie to yourself and think you're okay with just being in this position, with being mediocre. That's not what you truly want. You want a, bang woman in a penthouse, just an infinite amount of women, just, throw money just everywhere because you can. Help your family financially, retire everyone. Like, you want to do those things. You want to have a supercar. You want to just be able to do what you want to do. Actually be free and enjoy your life in your 30s, 40s, even late 20s. If you start early enough, anything is possible with the internet. Especially nowadays, you can make a business for nothing. But if you actually have a skill set, you can really push the needle. But you're going to have to consistently just put in the work. Even when there's seemingly not too much progress, but still progress. You gotta just keep doing it and keep trying to get better at it. And that's it. That's all it really takes. Just being consistent and learning and becoming better at your craft. That's it. There's nothing more than that. But it's easier on paper. Your emotions are gonna get in the way. Holidays are gonna get in the way. The weather could get in your way. Be a snow day or just super rainy out, and you're not going to feel like doing it. Those days stack up. The days where you just, you get a little bit too comfortable, they stack up, and then you gotta reset every time. Like, how long have you wanted a certain lifestyle, whatever it is that you've wanted to obtain? You just haven't gotten there yet. And you realize it's only because of you. And the things that you haven't done, or haven't, looked in the mirror and realized, like, yo, I'm actually not giving it my all. I'm not. And that should frustrate you, especially at a certain age. That should really fuck you up and really get you going. Actually push you to make that change. Time is not going to stop for anyone. So, you'll be older, then you think you can be. Before you know it, the years go by quicker and quicker. So you're running out of time, on a consistent basis. But you can utilize that time and actually make something of yourself, your life, right? You gotta just stop trying to be motivated and figure out who you are, who you want to be, and just chase after it. Like, actually give it your all. Most people will pretend that they're giving it their all and delusionally think that they are, but deep down inside, they know they are not doing everything in their power to get to where they want to be. Because then eventually they would get there, or they would be on the very right path, and they would be able to tell that they're going in a certain direction. But if you're not, you need to wake up before it's too late. I'm trying to help you a lot. Fucking love you. Peace.